Yes, people, welcome back to PB Talks. I had to do this with Manish, bro. Real Madrid, 14 times champions of Europe. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, how are you feeling right now as a Madrid fan?
I feel absolutely delighted. This is possibly the best season that one could have asked for as a Madrid fan. And heading into the season, I think nobody expected us to win. In fact, I saw a stat before the start of the Champions League group stage that no one even gave us 1% chance of lifting the title. And these are the situations under which a team like Real Madrid, who are known for basking in the glory of uh, winning the Champions League, being the kings of Europe. This is where they show what their true caliber is. And after what happened in the previous year, the Super League fiasco and the entire negativity surrounding the Real Madrid dressing room with the failed signing of Mbappe and Sergio Ramos, Rafael Varane, some big names leaving the club, are big signings, the likes of Eden Hazard and Luka Jovic not performing. Nobody really gave us a chance, but we came back excellently well and showed what Madrid mentality is all about.
And that's the thing, right? Real Madrid, a team like Real Madrid, you can just never put them down. You may say, oh, they may be this, they may be that, but finally, you look at that. I mean, they don't just participate in finals; they win finals. It's as simple as that. I mean, just their record in finals. It's since 2013-14 itself, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2018, and now 2022. That's 5 times in the last 8-9 years itself. I mean, that in itself is an unbelievable achievement. And you look at the path they came through against PSG. They had to come from behind. Even in the second leg, they went a goal ahead. PSG went a goal ahead, but Benzema hat trick happened. Chelsea, yeah. You hammer us in at Stamford Bridge, but at the Bernabeu, when we went 3-0 up, I was thinking, oh my God, how is this even happening? But then Rodrigo and Benzema just did it at extra time. And then even Man City, it should not have even have been 4-3 in the first place, because Man City missed a hell of a lot of chances, but Madrid just hung on somehow. And second leg, again, Man City were 1-0 up. Real Madrid scored, I'm thinking, oh, this is game over. And then stoppage time, bing bong. Rodrigo turning around the tie, and then extra time Benzema penalty. And even today, I mean, we just look at the game in itself. We look at the game. We'll go in depth. But before I go in depth, I'd like all of you to make sure to hit the like on this video, subscribe to PB Talks, make sure to hit the bell notification. And this close to 500 subs. I just came on the end of 2 streams. I was almost dead tired, and I was like, I had to do this today because it demands some a Madrid victory like this demand. Definitely, you have to do it. You just cannot hide away from it. And I'll possibly do a live stream of the IPL as well tomorrow. IPL final tomorrow, the big final tomorrow. And yeah, I just hope I can get the 500 subs before. And obviously follow Manish. His link, Instagram will be in the description. He's also a massive SRH fan, Real Madrid fan. If there's one thing that both of us have in common as CSK and SRH fans, it's the fact that we are happy that RCB went out yesterday. Thank God. Seriously.
Very happy.
Yeah. But yeah, the lineups pretty much expected from both teams, to be honest. Expected lineups, bro. I mean, no big difference.
Yeah, this was like the template that we've been following throughout the knockout stages. Fede Valverde has played a good role at the right wing because he covers up brilliantly well for Dani Carvajal whenever needed, and also he's a great work rate player. And Karim Benzema, Vinny Jr, they have had an excellent link with Vinny on the left. Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Luka Modric. I think after today's Champions League victory in the final, we can all establish the fact that this is possibly the greatest midfield trio of this current football generation that we are going to witness. And also, fall on Monday, David Alaba. there were a few doubts if he would recover in time and be ready for the final, but he just put his body on the line, and he was excellent in defense today. Eder Militao stepped up, did well once again, but the star for for me in today's game was T-Bot Courtois.
Yeah,
Just
man. I
excellent.
mean, and of course, you had the front three of Benzema, Vinicius Jr., and Valverde, and even Liverpool as well. It has been the customary template team that they have played throughout the course of the last few games. Trent and Robertson, the right and left back, Konate and Van Dijk. Sometimes even Matip would play there. The midfield three of Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago. Front three of Salah, Mane, Diaz. That was pretty much expected. But if you look at that first half, Madrid were shocking. They did nothing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you thinking? Because Liverpool were having shot after shot and they were not taking the chances. Courtois having to make saves like this. I mean, there was a chance for like Salah just had a snapshot. I don't think it. I mean, he created that shot out of nothing, and Courtois had to make a save, and then 2 or 3 of his went straight to him. But Madrid really didn't do anything in that first half, apart from the disallowed goal, which was pretty scrappy. To be fair, I'm not sure. I mean, let's talk. Let's talk apart from the disallowed goal. Madrid was shocking in that first half.
Yeah, it's been a characteristic of Real Madrid's play against Manchester City as well. The first 15-20 minutes of the game, Real Madrid, they let the opposition come to them. They just get a sense of how the opposition is attacking, and they try sitting deep and allowing the opposition to come forward, and they really just don't build much on the attack up front in the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game. And by allowing to do so, I think one possible reason behind this is just getting a sense of how the opposite team is trying to target our defense, and what are the areas that they're trying to exploit as far as it comes to both our midfield and our back line. And of course, the defense had to put their bodies on the line to try and make sure that Liverpool didn't make any chance count. But they did so quite well in the first half. Like you said, Madrid didn't really look threatening, but Thibaut Courtois made crucial saves whenever possible. And once we had the knack of how we could just keep the ball in possession, and how both our wings could track back and create links with both Carvajal and Ferland Mendy on the left, and also Luka Modric would just zip across diagonally to make sure that they create a triangle with the defense at the end, trying to build plays from deep within and play the ball far off. That is what we were trying to do. And that the goal in the second half, of course, was just a brilliant passing play from Dani Carvajal and Fede Valverde, and good finishing from Vinny Jr.
Yeah, that was that first half, and especially that save from Courtois. I think this is the save of the game for me. The one from Mane, when Mane skipped past 2 players and he thought he got his shot away, and Courtois just tipped it onto the post, and after that celebration, come on, he was like, he really knows what it means. I mean, after he played for Atletico Madrid, he was on the losing side in the 2014 final in the last minute. Sergio Ramos doing Sergio Ramos things, and for him to be, he went to Chelsea and it ended the way it did, and he came to Madrid. He didn't start off well, but now he's slowly growing into the Courtois we all know he is. And first half, it was the team of Courtois show, and second half, obviously Madrid had to come out different. Even said it on me much long, so they had to come out different, and they did. They came out a better team. Their passing was better. Modric and Kroos, Casemiro, they were controlling the midfield. And then the goal, it just came out from a good piece of attacking play. Valverde literally running down that right wing, just a random ball into the box. Again, I don't want to go too much on Trent, but how can you not see that Vinicius Jr is not behind your shoulder? I mean, you know that when a guy like Vinicius Jr. and Vinicius Jr. in the first half, Konate was dealing with him extremely well. I think throughout the whole game, Konate dealt with him extremely well. But one slight loss of concentration from Trent, and then not looking behind his shoulder, and it's an easy tap in for Vinicius Jr. You just look at the starting positions of where Trent is, where Vinicius Jr. is, and then again how it finishes. it's these small moments like you don't take your chances and one slight miss of concentration and then you lose the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Before the start of the game, I was seeing images on Instagram where Trent was working with some kind of neuroscientist
Get up.
apparatus on his head. And I was wondering what it was all about. And today, it proved that none of those work in a big Champions League final game. And someone like Vinny Jr. just needs a sniff when it comes to finishing chances like those. And I think both Van Dijk and Trent could have done better in that situation, because you see Van Dijk was just, being cautious and just trying to save the goal and not really trying to, press on to Fede Valverde in that situation. Had he done that, I don't think Fede could have passed the ball through to Vinicius Jr. And Trent, of course, not a good piece of defending from him. And uh, Vinny Jr. thing, scored that goal. And continuing my thoughts on Thibaut Courtois, I think the majority of spotlight of this Champions League campaign should be thrown on Thibaut Courtois. The
Yes.
reason why we have won this Champions League is because of Thibaut Courtois. I think a lot has been said about Karim Benzema and him scoring lots of goals for Real Madrid. Possibly he's equal on terms with Cristiano Ronaldo now for the most number of goals scored in a single Champions League season. But
Yeah.
had it not been for Thibaut Courtois' wondrous saves, I don't think all of those goals would have counted. So he has been equally that monstrous entity that the team has needed in between the sticks, complementing the defense excellently well, coming to the rescue even on crosses whenever required, distribution, fantastic.
And even in the second half, he was making saves. He was making himself big. I think Salah himself, he tested Porto about 2-3 times. Salah coming for the game and saying, "Oh, revenge is on the cards. We have scored to settle." I don't know what score he settled today, but it didn't look like it though, didn't it?
Well, the score is 2-0 now. Lots was being said from the Liverpool side about revenge and about having a score to settle. Salah personally, after the semi-final, after we made it to the final, said that, "Oh yes, I would have indeed preferred to play Real Madrid because," and he also made an Instagram post with the caption saying, "We have a score to settle." But
Do
I
you
think
prefer it now?
he's seen the result. Real Madrid, we don't lose Champions League finals. We don't lose any final for that matter. And
And it's
I
just the defense in general. I mean, every single one of them putting their bodies on the line. I mean, you
oh,
you name
absolutely.
it. I mean, just having what it takes to see your team win a final, shithouse a final, because Liverpool were
Exactly.
forming attack after attack, but the defense was just on point. As we mentioned earlier, David Alaba, Eden Militao, Danny Carvajal at points. Furlong Mendy was excellent today against Mo Salah. He was brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Furlong Monday is quite underrated when it comes to his defensive prowess. He's not someone who can produce attacking forward runs for you often and often, but when it comes to his defense, he's been really good. And the person who impressed me the most was Danny Carvajal on the right. Honestly, I was very scared what would happen to Danny Carvajal when he goes one on one with Luis Diaz, because Luis Diaz looked very threatening. I saw a few Premier League games as well. Luis Diaz was looking like someone who could be possibly one of the biggest threats heading into the Champions League final. But the way he defended, just with pure heart, and I think that is all that you need in a Champions League final game, just playing with passion and not really thinking about the technicalities of the game. I mean, they all know that they are professional footballers, they know what to do exactly, what the game plan is, they all have it in their at the back of their minds. But in thinking about those little technicalities, I think you forget about what the game truly is about. It's about lifting that Champions League trophy at the end, and for that you need courage and passion, and that is what Real Madrid had today.
And the game just went about it is, and it only had one result on it. When Madrid scored, it was going to be 1-0, because I don't know, Liverpool, I mean, I don't think it was written there that they were going to score in in normal time, because Madrid's defense, Thibaut Courtois, everyone was excellent, and they just didn't have an answer to that, to be honest. But saying that Madrid had to obviously do it the hard way. They never do it the easy way. Um,
Never.
2014 they had to win it in extra time after last minute equalizer. 2016 you had to do it in penalties. 2017 and 2017 probably a slight easier because
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Modric and all were just on smoke. And 18, it had to take a Karius mistake to open up the game. But at the end of the day, a Champions League is a Champions League. And of course, we have to talk about the Don. That is Don Carlo.
Oh
Two-time
my God.
Champions League winner with Madrid. Two-time Champions League winner with Milan as a manager. Two-time Champions League winner with Milan as a player. He has won the Champions League in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He's the only manager to have won all the top five leagues in the top five countries. I mean, he's got to be one of the GOATs.
He is the GOAT. I don't know why we never talk about Carlo Ancelotti being the GOAT of all football managers that there are. I think it's all the magic of the English press. They just hype all their Pep Guardiolas and their Thomas Tuchels and their Jurgen Klopps. But Carlo Ancelotti, credit where due. I mean, Zinedine Zidane left us on a bad note. He was done with the Spanish press bad mouthing him and writing ill about him. The state of the club was in shambles. Sergio Ramos left us because of a contract situation. Rafael Varane said he needed a new challenge, moved on to Manchester United. And then we needed someone who could say, okay, I'm coming in. I am going to take care of this club. I am going to be that one person that the players look up to. And I don't think there's a better name than Carlo Ancelotti when it comes to man management. And he did that brilliantly well throughout the course of the season. There are very, very underrated names in this Madrid setup. Antonio Pintus, he's the what do we call, the physical well-being or the training expert this time around. He made sure that the players are fit and we didn't pick up several injuries. He was one of the main recruits after the second Carlo Ancelotti era started, and absolutely brilliant the way he took the team forward. He's always one of the most humble managers. Doesn't really boast of his players doing well, or doesn't really make huge statements, or even the most slightly controversial statements before a game. I think his humility and this group, gelling along well like a family, it all culminated together in absolutely one of the most wonderful seasons for Real Madrid. No one gave us a chance before the start of the season.
To think that a manager would win a Champions League in 2003 back with that AC Milan side, and then after 19 years win it again with this Madrid side, and in between two with again one with AC Milan, one with Real Madrid to break the drought of a long time, and now it's 14 times. Real Madrid have won the Champions League 14 times, and then you have managers who can't win it without Messi. But saying that, Real Madrid 14, and the next best is AC Milan with 7.
7. Yes.
Twice the amount of Champions Leagues as AC Milan. I don't think anyone is catching Madrid in at least the next 20 years. 10, 20 years minimum it will take to at least catch them.
Absolutely not. Nobody's catching up to us, and I don't know how many more Champions League final victories we'll have over the course of next 15 to 20 years, because Real Madrid are always going to be the original champions of Europe. And I think it takes a lot of personality, a lot of culture being developed in a football club setup to establish an environment that Real Madrid does for its players and in general for its fans as well. And I would also like to state another thing. All these days people used to say that, oh, the Champions League format changed, Real Madrid have only won 7 actual Champions League finals after the format change, etc., etc. Now we have got 8, so that's also one more than AC Milan. So 6 of the previous format Champions Leagues, and now we have got 8 of the new ones. So I don't think there's any debate that Real Madrid are arguably one of the, not one of the, we
You're
absolutely
the
are the
biggest club in
best.
the world. There is
Ab-
no doubt about it. You're the biggest club in the world. Facts.
Absolutely,
Most number
absolutely,
of La
yes.
Liga titles, most number of Champions League titles, and no one is even close.
Absolutely. Also, now that Karim Benzema had this excellent season, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Spanish Super Cup, and also the La Liga. He's going to be hopefully the next Ballon d'Or winner, which makes it two different Ballon d'Or winners in the last 4 years for Real Madrid, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo. So you see, these are the type of players that Real Madrid, develops. It creates leaders. It creates players who are ready to fight for the badge. So as a fan, that is so satisfactory to watch two of your players lift the Ballon d'Or trophy in a span of 4 years.
See, when you come to Madrid, you are a winner. And you are made a next level winner when you are in Madrid. Simple. The culture has been has been like that, not for the last 10 years, not for the last 20 years. It's been that for hundreds and hundreds of years. The culture of Real Madrid has only been winning. You imagine, I mean, after you lost against Sheriff at home, the Bernabeu absolutely booed the players. And that's the thing. You cannot see, losing is one thing, but to have the fans boo like that, it clearly shows their standards are there up in the sky and they are
Exactly.
never going to drop at any point whatsoever. That is Real Madrid. That is what it takes to be a top club. I mean, we now see Chelsea now having those high standards that we are sacking managers left, right, and center because they were not winning things. Even Madrid at that point a few years ago, where they used to sack managers. Even Bayern used to sack managers. I mean, I think I read a stat that combined in Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea. I think in the last 14, 15 years, we have probably 50 managers between us.
Right.
And we are the
Yes.
most successful clubs in Europe at this point of time, including all
Yes.
the league titles, Champions Leagues, all the European trophies, and all of that. So that's what it takes, a winning culture. No matter whoever is there, they have to win. Simple. Else, you know where the door is.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, with clubs like Chelsea, with clubs like Real Madrid, you expect nothing short of the absolute best. You need to win trophies. You need to do your best, or else it's just not acceptable, both
Yeah,
to
the
the
door is
fans.
there. Thank you.
Exactly. Bye
I
bye.
can pay you off. I can give you extra payment off, but sorry, you're not good enough.
Exactly.
And that is what
Absolutely.
it takes at this level to be champions of Europe, to just be at the top table consistently. And before I end this up, I would like to say, you said a physical coach. You mentioned one name. Last year, despite having all those injuries, you finished just behind the La Liga. You almost won the league title, and you came to
Right.
the Champions League semi-final just losing to Chelsea. So
Right.
imagine with those amount of injuries, you still make it that far. And this year, with your whole squad fully fit, you've just gone on to win both of them. And you can only see bigger and better things from now on. Obviously, next year obviously is not going to be easy. Um, Defending a title is more harder than winning it. So obviously, all teams need to strengthen. But I think with Real Madrid, of course, they will do that. Mbappe, how are you feeling now?
I'm really very happy. The fact that we lifted the Champions League trophy today in front of Serafin, the UEFA president, and in Paris,
Parc de
it's
France.
yeah, it's just a tight slap on the face to everyone who doubted Real Madrid, and to everyone who has slightly looked down upon us as not being the best. And who needs Mbappe now? We've got Vinny Jr., we've got Rodrigo, we've got our goat midfield, and now Fede Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga, all these guys are going to be the future of the club, and I think they have the character, the Madridismo that is needed for them to be superstars for this club in the coming future, and it really looks like a great prospect heading into the next few years.
Of course, you can now do your alibi impression lifting the chair.
I have it all ready with me. So
And
it's
of
been
course, all the Pena of India, most of them they had screenings. We were all sold out. In Chennai, we had it in a theater, and we had Chennai
wow.
FC player Edwin Sini Vanspal join them. It was
Wow.
absolute scenes out there, and Pena, Bombay, Bangalore, everyone. It was just absolute scenes out there, and what more can you expect? That's the beauty of sport. That's the beauty of fans joining forces to support a team. And when you win or when you lose, the emotions are the same. It's just sport. Football is the beautiful game. It is the best game on earth, and there is no doubting that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it's been absolute pleasure talking to you, Manish bro. Always is a pleasure talking to you. Football, cricket, whatever. Um, Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to PB Talks. Make sure to hit the bell notification. Make sure to follow Manish bro on his socials, his Instagram. I'm leaving below in the description. Thank you, Manish bro, for joining me, and catch you soon.
Like always, Anna, it's been an absolute pleasure being on the show with you. And today we just talked about the lovely culture of Real Madrid, and I just spoke my heart out, and I really needed this. And it's been an
Of
absolutely
course.
brilliant season. And it's just the cherry on the top talking to you and recording this video at the end of the season. So cheers to that, and do follow Anna on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, guys. Thank you.